Hey everyone, I'm Matt.
Hi, I'm Desiree.
And we're bringing you this week's Rising Tide West Coast Swing Guide.
On this brand new series for the Rising Tide West Coast Swing Guide, we are bringing you 3 whips you need for 2021. We're going to go over our favorite foundational 8-count patterns, and then each week add on a great variation for each of these 3 different whips, making each of them the star. So for this week, the 3 foundational whips are whip number 1.
The regular whip.
The regular whip. Here's how it looks.
1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. For each of these foundational whips, we're just going to give you a tip for leaders and a tip for followers, since lots of us are already familiar with how to dance these patterns. For leaders, our number 1 tip for the regular whip is we don't want to catch our follower with our arms fully extended. If we go through this, you'll see when I lift my hand, it's right in line with my body. I don't reach out ahead to catch Desiree. I wait until her back makes contact with my hand, and then I allow my arm to extend. If I do the opposite, and I try to catch her with my arm fully extended, it feels like she just hits a wall, and there's not that nice stretchy feeling to it.
For our followers, our whip tip for the regular whip is to make sure that we allow the leaders to lead the degree to which we pivot and the degree to which we come forward or stay back on the 3 and 4. Let me show you how. When we pivot on count 1 into 2, a leader might lead a nice long pivot where I haven't really gotten all the way around, and then I get all the way around as I come through the whip, as I fill out that space. In contrast, the leader has the liberty to lead a very sharp pivot within this whip. That might be for musicality, that might be because of their leading style, but we want to be able to follow through with whichever degree our leader leads that pivot. The same is true when the leader leads the 3 and 4 in this whip. Some leaders, or based on the musicality or the choice the leaders are making in that moment, might choose to bring the follower forward onto the right foot or leave the follower back to the left foot. It's our job to fill out that space until there's no more space left, and then to find ourselves where the leader has placed us. So remember to allow the leader to lead that degree of connection in the whip. Our second foundational whip is
The open whip.
Here's how it looks.
1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now, leaders, our tip for the open whip is that we want to really lean into actually moving counter to our followers. Lots of times leaders, we're afraid to do this because we're told not to in other patterns. In this open whip, we won't make the pattern work if we don't move counter to our follower. So I'm moving forward on 2. I'm continuing to oppose Desiree on 3 and 4. Then I have to do it again going the other way for 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Now followers, our footwork is nearly identical from the regular whip to the open whip, but in the open whip, since our arms are such a part of the game and we're not connected in the closed position, we want to think of using our arms like levers connected to our bodies. Watch on count 4, 2, 3, and 4, how Matt allows his arm to go back and my left arm then needs to go back too and my body to follow so that I'm at this angle. By contrast, in count 5, 6, here, the same thing is happening on the opposite side. So using your arms like levers, allowing yourself to really move into the open whip formation. Our final foundational whip for you is
The reverse whip.
the reverse whip. Here's how it looks.
1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Starting out with this reverse whip, leaders, I like to do a double prep at the beginning. So what that means is my prep on count 1 is going to be very small to the right. On count 2, this is my true prep, so it's a little bit bigger and to the left. From here, I'm really just thinking about tossing the hand down and making contact with my follower as soon as possible so we don't have a gap in the connection.
Yep, and for our followers, it's important not to miss this reverse whip prep by staying within or a little bit behind the lead. So if I jump the gun here and I'm kind of stepping right on the beat of the music, I'll probably not have myself prepped by the time the leader drops their hand. It'll just be an accident if I go the right way. By contrast, if I stay in that lead or a little bit behind it, get deep into these preps, I am wound up and will have a rubber band effect into that connection by the time the leader drops the hand. So that's what we want followers in all West Coast Swing, but particularly important for this pattern is staying behind or within the leader's connection.
That was your guide. Thank you everyone for tuning in. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our Facebook page, and check out our website and online store linked in the description.
Bye!